Good morning and welcome to Coffee Talk. Our elf is back. Elfie, always nice to see him. Last night at the dinner table in front of the little ones, Olivia was like, Mom, do you take my teeth and put money under the pillow, or is there really a tooth fairy? What's going on here? And I was like, it is beautiful out tonight, isn't it? I'm not ready for any of those questions. So I was like, I don't know. No, nope, not me. She was like, Dad. He was like, yeah, no. They always warn you those questions are coming with kids, but you're just like, not ready for that. So, oh gosh, so much. My brain is like, so many great letters and experiences and life. I got to speak yesterday at the University of Alabama to a group of PR students, and it's so like cool to me because they really are the future. And here I am, like when I was your age, and you can't help but say things like that, and then you can't help but feel old. But I felt so honored to be there because they all are so excited about the world and what's to come, and you love that for them, like the kid that believes in the tooth fairy. There is something very magical about younger people who haven't walked through the storm yet. They're just at the line at the woods. They're just about to go in, and you've already been through, so but you want it for them, and it's cool. It's so cool. And it was so nice to meet them, and I told them my door was always open, and I meant it. It was a great group of kids. I don't know. What am I like? I don't know. Now I'm an old lady. It's a great group of kids. So I wanted to speak from my heart this morning. When my father died, my mother shut down, checked out, whatever you want to call it. And I can imagine that when there is much left unsaid, apologies you won't ever be able to give, words that you won't be able to hear, there is a lot of regret. I lost a father, but she lost a best friend and a husband, which I think is, a completely different dynamic. And for a year, she cried every single day. And that year was my senior year of high school. So I thought, this is what it's going to be like for the rest of my life. And I think there was part of my mother that thought that would be what it would be like for the rest of her life. When Charlie was born, my Cocker Spaniel was in kidney failure, and I had to put her to sleep. I had Jordan for years, 10 years. And when I laid on the floor with her and said goodbye, I cried every day for so long. I knew it was time for her to go, but I was heartbroken. When I was in my relationship before Michael, I was miserable, and I sat on the floor and I cried every day. And I did not see a way out of the pain, of the disappointment, of the heartache, the low self-esteem. And I bring all of these up to you because I know that there are people right now on the floor over children, over lost friendships, over lost loved ones, over dogs. I swore I would never, ever love again. I was like, I'm done. With the last relationship, I was like, I'm never having another boyfriend. Like, I don't need marriage. That's not my thing. I will just do what I want to do. When Jordan passed, I was like, I'm never getting another dog, ever. And maybe a week ago, I was on the couch and Ace came up to me and put his head on my belly, and I was petting him, and he just didn't look right. And I started to get very nervous. And he wasn't acting right. And then I was like overanalyzing it. I'm like, Michael, I think he's sick. Something's wrong. And then I said, This is why I said I would never get another dog. This is why I didn't want to do this. And I realized how many of us do that, trying to protect our hearts. We let somebody else in. And the second times get a little rocky, we go, this is why I said I wasn't going to do this again. I don't even know why I'm doing this again. But with time, and time in Ace's situation, like 15 minutes, it passes. We get through it. And the reason that we came to that table in the first place comes back to us. And he was fine. And I was so thankful. And I keep looking here because he's down on the floor sleeping next to me. Now he knows I'm talking about him. There he is. And I was thinking, have I been hurt in my marriage? Yes. Do I worry about my dog? Yes. But would it stop me from loving again? No. Eventually you will get off the floor. Eventually your heart will heal. And eventually you will allow somebody else to come into that space to love and love back. Nobody stays on the floor forever. We all do our time. But eventually we all get up and dust ourselves off and wipe our tears and leave the bathroom. And eventually we allow somebody to love us again. I promise you that. And I know you're thinking, Jamie, you don't know what I'm going through. You can't know what I'm feeling. You have no idea what I've been through. And I'll tell you this. Yes, I do. I've been through it. All of it. I've closed myself off to love. I've sworn it will never come to me again. I don't deserve it. I don't want it. I won't love them. They won't love me. I've been through every feeling. I've been through the emotionally abusive relationships, the physically abusive relationships, the ones that work, the ones that don't, the ones where I try, the ones where they don't, the ones where they try, the ones where I don't. All of it. I promise you, as dark as it seems right now, the light will come again. I know, because I've been there. All you have to do is understand that if your heart is still beating, you have a purpose. You are here for a reason. You have to know that. On this first day of December, you have to know that the life that you are meant to live is there. This is part of it. You got to just turn the page. Find the love. Get the dog. Whatever it is. I love you so much today. Have a great day.